For this recipe, I will be making buttermilk ricotta skillet rolls. And it's a very simple recipe, doesn't take a whole lot of ingredients, as you can see. And I will list the recipe at the end of the video. I've already pre-measured out my ingredients, and what you will need for this is your flat beater. You will need a dough hook because you are making a yeast roll. You need a 1/4 cup of butter. You need a 1/2 cup buttermilk. You need you need a 1/2 cup ricotta cheese, 2 cups all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of salt. And what you're going to do first is add the butter. You're going to melt your butter in a microwave. You can get that out. Kind of stuck. Come on out. You haven't been sitting there that long. Okay. Melt your butter in a microwave safe bowl for 1 minute. Okay. Clear. For 1 minute, we're going to melt that butter. Next, you're going to whisk in the ricotta cheese into the melted butter. It's good. And after you whisk it all in, you're gonna microwave it again for 10 degrees. You're gonna mix this again to it's 110 to 120 degrees. So I'm gonna have to guess at that because I don't have no thermometer. Next, I'm going to take this mixture of the ricotta cheese and butter and add it to the mixer. Just pour it in like so. Then I am going to add the flour. My 2 cups of all-purpose flour, the salt, the sugar, and the yeast packet. 1 yeast packet right here, which I didn't show you that you will need for that recipe. You need 1 packet of yeast. Okay, here's my package of yeast. I'm going to add it to the mixture. And then I'm going to, after I get that all in there, turn the mixer on low speed. Hopefully the flour won't go everywhere, but here we go. On low speed. Oops. I guess this is a major factor right here. Turn it on, plug it up. Okay, we're gonna turn it on low. And we're gonna mix it until it's combined. It's looking pretty good in there. And once it's combined, we're going to switch attachment to the dough hook. And then it's going to knead for about 2 to 3 minutes, or until the dough pulls away from the side of the bowl and forms a ball. Okay, now I have attached my dough hook. I'm going to turn it on, lock it, and then I'm going to turn it on and let this go for about 2 to 3 minutes until the dough forms into a ball. Come along, it's making a ball. And after this is done, I'm going to place my dough into a well-oiled bowl, which is here, and I'm going to cover it for 1 hour to let it rise. Still going. Let y'all see this recipe a little bit while I'm going. While the mixer is going. Let's see how it's coming along. 30 more seconds. Yep. Okay, now that looks pretty good. I'm going to stop the mixer, take my dough out. Let's see. Looks pretty good. I'm going to take it out over here. And I'm just going to pour it into this oiled bowl. It looks nice and warm. Then I'm going to take this covering right here. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Now, I realized that I didn't put the buttermilk in at first, so I had to make a new batch. And I had to let that new batch rise under the cloth for another hour. But now I held them in the oven. I'm going to show you what they're looking like, okay? Hold on. I don't know how good you can see them, but they are rising up. They're almost done. So I'm going to close this back up. and let them get a little bit more brown. Can't hardly see because that light in there. But then I'm gonna brush them with my butter, and I'll be right back. Okay, they are out of the oven, and now I'm going to add the butter and show you what they look like, okay? Aren't they pretty? I'm gonna pour some butter on top of each biscuit. Listen to that sizzle. Okay, and there you have it. The buttermilk skillet yeast rolls. And we're going to try one. We're going to see how they look on the inside. And here you have it. I'm giving them a little bit more light so you can see. Nice and buttery. Smells so good. Ooh, I wish y'all could smell this biscuit, this roll. I keep calling it a biscuit, but it's a yeast roll. And let me try it. Maybe a little hot, but here's a It's good. Nice and soft, warm.